If you suffer from chronic pain, you've seen the videos. Influencers looking sincere and promising some revolutionary new hack that will finally solve everything. It might be a special diet, a secret supplement, or an ancient technique that doctors are supposedly hiding from you. These influencers, many with zero medical training, aren't telling you about the hidden risks. The risks that could leave you in more pain, out of money, and feeling more hopeless than before. In this video, we are going to dismantle this viral trend, expose the pseudoscience, and show you what the real evidence says about managing chronic pain. I'm here to tell you, it is a dangerous and unproven lie. So let's talk about the pseudoscience of chronic pain today. I am Dr. Andrea Furlan, and as a professor of medicine in Canada and specialist in physical medicine and rehabilitation, and I practice as a pain physician for more than 30 years. I'm also a researcher and scientist with more than 100 peer-reviewed publications. I've spent my career understanding the complexities of pain. If you live with something like fibromyalgia, chronic back pain, or arthritis, you know how isolating and frustrating it can be. You might feel like the medical system isn't listening, and the treatments you've tried aren't giving you the relief you need. Right into that vulnerable space steps an influencer. They are masters of communication. They build what's known as a parasocial bond, making you feel like you know and trust them. When you see an account with 1 million followers and thousands of positive comments, all saying, "This cured me," it feels like powerful proof. In fact, one survey found that 1 in 10 people believe a high follower count is enough to make an influencer trustworthy, no matter their professional background. But here is the critical piece they leave out. A recent study published in JAMA Network Open on influencers promoting medical tests found that a staggering 68% had a direct financial interest in what they were promoting. They're selling a product, course, or a sponsorship. Their advice isn't driven by your well-being. It is driven by their bottom line. And the more sensational they claim, the more views they get, creating a dangerous incentive to put engagement before accuracy. They are profiting from your pain. So, what is this hack? It is usually not just one thing, but a cocktail of unproven methods sold as a groundbreaking protocol. Let's break down the 3 most common and most dangerous parts. Claim number 1, the miracle cleanse or restrictive diet. There is almost always a diet. You will see influencers pushing extreme protocols like juice cleanses or cutting out entire food groups, claiming it will detox your body and fix the root cause of your pain. You will see wild claims that things like raw, unpasteurized milk or all meat diets can cure chronic diseases. What is the science they claim about this? Well, they love buzzwords like inflammation, gut health, toxins. They argue modern foods are poisoning us and that only their specific restrictive regimen can cleanse your system. What is the reality? While a balanced diet is important, there is no scientific evidence that juice cleanses or extreme elimination diets can cure chronic pain conditions. In fact, These diets can lead to nutritional deficiencies and disordered eating. Their claims are intentionally vague because they don't have scientific backing. It is a widespread issue. One analysis found that estimates of misinformation in social media health posts can range up to 87%. What is the hidden risk? Well, the real danger isn't just missing out nutrients. It is the delay in getting proper medical care. While you spend months and hundreds of dollars on special products, your underlying condition may be getting worse, making it that much harder to manage your pain down the road. Next up is the secret diagnostic test. The influencer claims that mainstream medicine is missing the real cause of your pain, which can only be found by an expensive test they conveniently sell and get a commission from. This could be anything from a full-body MRI for someone with no symptoms to a food sensitivity test that isn't scientific valid. What is the science they claim? Well, they tell you that you need to find the root cause and that a single test can screen for hundreds of problems. They often use personal stories as proof. What is the reality? Is that medical experts have repeatedly warned that many of these tests are misleading. For example, full-body MRI in healthy people have no proven benefit and are linked to overdiagnosis, which means finding harmless abnormalities that lead to a spiral of expensive and risky follow-up procedures. The same study that I mentioned before found that 85% of posts promoting this kind of tests fail to mention any downsides or risks at all. What is the hidden risk? There is the financial harm of paying for a useless test, but more importantly, it can cause immense psychological distress. You end up with a diagnosis that isn't real, leading to anxiety over a problem that doesn't exist. It is a perfect storm of financial and psychological manipulation. What is the claim number 3? The unproven biohack or supplement. Finally, we have the magic pill or magic practice. This is often a supplement, a peptide injection, or some bizarre biohacking technique that promises a quick fix. We've seen everything from high-dose vitamin concoctions to unapproved peptide injections that cost hundreds of dollars. One of the most horrifying examples was a trend that encouraged people to stare at the sun, which led to a patient suffering permanent retinal damage. What is the science they claim? They use sleek words like optimization and promise to heal injuries or reduce pain in minutes. They may cite a vague animal study and present it as conclusive human evidence. What is the reality? The vast majority of these supplements and practices are unproven and unregulated. The Food and Drug Administration doesn't vet supplements for effectiveness before they are sold. And for things like peptide injections, many have never been properly studied in humans, raising serious safety concerns. What is worse is that sometimes these products aren't just ineffective, but contaminated. One prominent influencer was even hit with a legal warning for selling supplements that contained unsafe levels of lead. So what is the hidden risk? This is maybe the most physically dangerous part of the whole charade. You're putting substances in your body or doing things without any real understanding of the long-term consequences. It's a gamble with your health, and the person telling you to take the risk is the one selling you the chips. So, if this viral hack is a lie, what is the truth? It is easy to feel defeated, but I want to be clear. There is hope, and there are real, evidence-based strategies for managing chronic pain. The most important step is to stop taking health advice from untrained influencers and start talking with qualified healthcare professionals. That could be your family doctor, a pain specialist, a physiotherapist, or a registered dietitian. These professionals are trained to give you guidance based on evidence, not trends. Second, let's talk about what actually works. For many chronic pain conditions, science-backed guidelines strongly recommend a multi-part approach. And this includes, number one, therapeutic exercises. This doesn't mean you have to run a marathon. It means gentle and consistent movement. Research repeatedly shows that activities like aerobic exercises, aquatherapy, yoga, and Tai Chi can significantly help manage symptoms and improve your quality of life. Number two, mind-body interventions. Like pain isn't just physical. It has a proven psychological component. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a highly effective therapy that helps you develop coping skills to change your relationship with pain. It can reduce the fear and anxiety that often comes with chronic conditions, which in turn can actually lower the perception of pain itself. 3. Medication management. While not a cure-all, there are approved medications that can provide real relief for many patients. Drugs like pregabalin and duloxetine can help manage nerve pain and improve sleep. But this must always be done under a doctor's guidance to monitor effects and side effects. Number 4, sleep and stress management. Chronic pain ruins sleep, but poor sleep makes pain worse. It is a vicious cycle, and prioritizing good sleep habits and finding healthy ways to manage stress are fundamental to any real pain management plan. Notice, the solutions aren't quick and they aren't hacks. They take consistency and patience. But unlike the false promises of influencers, they are rooted in science and offer a real path towards a better quality of life. The appeal of a quick fix is incredibly strong, especially when you are in pain every day. And influencers know this, and they've built an industry on selling false hope. They prey on your vulnerability with sleek marketing and ignore the real dangers of their advice. The truth is, the problem is widespread. One study from the University of Chicago found that nearly half of health-related videos on TikTok contained non-factual information. My message to you is to empower yourself with skepticism. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If someone is promising a miracle cure while also trying to sell you something, run the other way. Your health is your most valuable asset. Don't hand it over to an algorithm or an untrained influencer. Place your trust in evidence, in science, and in qualified professionals who have dedicated their lives to helping people, not to getting views. Our next video, I will talk about platelet-rich plasma injections, or PRP, and we will demystify this information with evidence-based information. Here in this channel, I cover safe and effective treatments for chronic pain. And don't forget, this video is not intended as medical advice. It is for educational purposes only. If you have any questions, please consult your doctor, your physiotherapist, your psychologist. And if during this video you feel that there is any emergency, please call an ambulance or go to the nearest emergency department. Stay safe and be critical. Bye.